So I've been working on trimming the outer edges of some of these pieces that I glued on here. If you remember in the seat, they were sitting too tight, and so I didn't leave myself enough margin. So I've been working on this. So what I do is I place this board right about where I wanted to cut, how far back, and then my router bit, that bearing would then ride along, of course, right along this upper board and go down, and I set the depth where it needed to be so it wouldn't go too deep into this. And it took a little tweaking to get the depth right, but I would start a little high and then work my way down, and I just run this along here, and it actually really it worked better than I thought it would. Here's here, I'll show a better view just a second. Okay, so on this one, if you look at this edge here, I had to route that one out, and then I routed along both of these, and I don't know if you can see that little edge there, or set the router depth close to flush. So on this one, I had to do those three, and then if you look how it fits down in there now. So it fits nicely, and see I've got a little bit of play there, and that's more what I need. Same with this one. This one I had to route. You can see that piece. Well, and then these two also. I kind of gouged that one. My board moved a little bit on me. Clamped down all the way and made a little gouge, but that's okay. And then I actually had to do this one too. I did this one a little bit, so I did both sides. So I will need to re-encapsulate, obviously, all of these, which I will do. Then this one goes down in here like that. I've got a little bit of play every which way, so that'll be much better. So my seat, my rear seat is getting close to being done. I just need to seal those parts up with encapsulating epoxy. So here's what the rear seat looks like in pretty much its finished form. I don't have it permanently screwed. I mean, I'm not going to epoxy it in, but I don't have it screwed in place, but it's where it's going to go. And then you can see the seat back. Got that in place, and then of course these are where they go. And I just have it clamped here to help hold it, because I still need to work on this rear deck, and I don't want to do that until after I mount the rudder, which I'm getting close to doing. And I may mount the strut too before I finish this decking, just so I can reach it better, so I would pull that platform out. But you can see here's what the rear seat looks like in the back. And it's, again, its final state, and this part and that part and this part are the three parts that the hinges are mounted to. There they are, those three. And then, so that will fold down. And I guess I could show that. The hinges I have kind of loose right now, the screws, just to give me a little margin together, so it's a bit rattly, but you can see how that'll fold down. So my plan again is that way it'll give me access once the boat is done. I will have to remove these two seat bottoms, because remember, they'll have 2-inch padding and stuff with the seats, and so I'll need to get rid of those to allow that to fold down. And so that's kind of how that works. And you can see it in position, little foot there, and that supports the middle, and there's another foot over there. And then the back, I've showed this before, but there's a support. You can't see it, it's on the other side of that plywood there, the floor timber, and that supports the middle of the seat. And then in back, I've got two little feet. You can't see them there and over there for the sides. So there's the rear bench seat. One thing I forgot to mention is later on, after I install the engine, my exhaust hose is actually going to run on the inside of the stringers, and I will have to make some cutouts on the seat to allow for that. But that'll be quite a bit later. But other than that, the rear bench seat, as far as the woodwork, is done.